here's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs it.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, pulled it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Jaguars nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now ETN to start the drive. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be in. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Okay, ready?
Working with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Klein. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drills and they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down. Klein. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Klein. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. It looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Klein. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The Jaguars hit a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action with Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake. Klein trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Klein. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Let's go now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Back to throw again. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Schwartz. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He had 3 catches last week. That one, his 3rd on this drive alone.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Off play action. Klein. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Jags 14-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
19 tight.
Operating from the gun. Klein finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Lawrence. Flushed out right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 13-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Klein. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly... There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead. He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 74 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it, and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's go.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Play action. It's Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Come on.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 15. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on 1st down. 62 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Operating from the gun. Klein. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines, feel pretty good about themselves, and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
Again, it's Robinson.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Jaguars 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On third down, Lawrence.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be fourth down.
Come on, set.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On first down, Klein. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Packer 80. Packer 11. Packer 11.
Off the play fake. Klein. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jaguars 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On the set.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
On second down, a run with ETN.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Screenplay, here's ETN.
And some room to maneuver. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson.
And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Andre Cisco there on the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On the jump.
Looking to throw on second down. Klein. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On second and 10, Lawrence. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year.
And the Jags have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. 74 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On fourth down, Klein. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A gutsy decision there going for it on fourth, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into a